on 95.3 FM in Windhoek, Desert Radio. The Bold Voice.
It's a Friday. We're just vibing out, having a good, fun time. And we are getting close to the end of the show. But before we do that, we have some more great conversation coming up for you this morning. And we're joined in studio by Namibian dancer and choreographer that is Stanley Mareka, who also goes by the stage name African Cobra. Now, Stanley started his dancing career when he was 10 years old after a cultural dance performance when he was in grade 4 at A.I. Steenkamp Primary School. Now, the Windhoek-born native has represented Namibia on international stages and trained over hundreds of Namibian dancers. And he also produced a song last year, so he's doing a lot. And he established his dance school, the Equipped Dancing Academy, in 2002, registered the company in 2012, and launched it in 2018. Now, Stanley, I feel like I've said a mouthful. So let's get your voice on the mic.
It's like God talking to me, reminding the world that my child, you done it.
How are you this morning?
I'm doing very much well. But I'm not an early bird. I'm not a snow person. As much as I also go around Europe.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, it's cold. Yeah.
Listen, Stanley, I have this thing that I've realized. Alana's picked it up as well, and I've actually asked only 2 creatives that come into studio. But every time we have creatives that come into studio, they keep on telling us that they don't like waking up early. What's this thing with creatives not being early birds?
Because we are late sleepers.
Is it?
Exactly,
Because
right?
the mind is more inner. During the day you become creative.
Okay.
But the mind becomes innovative.
Oh,
during,
wow.
During the night.
Oh.
Do you understand? So you want to have your rest from 4 o'clock. Then only we start sleeping like 11 o'clock. So I think that's the thing that all the creatives, they like to work quietly in the dark while everybody's sleeping and all those things. And it affects us basically in the mornings and stuff. Yeah. But also it's also a thing of like self-employed,
Yeah.
When you know that you don't have a boss or you don't have nowhere to,
You don't have
Yeah.
to be there at 8 o'clock.
You know what I'm saying? Like you guys, you are so protocol. Very much. You need to wear suits from now on.
I'm dead. Imagine having to wear a suit every morning.
Dude,
Oh my
I don't think
goodness,
I
that
could.
would give me stress.
Nah, I don't think I could. There's no way.
No.
There's
You
way.
don't take
There's
out
no
your
way.
own naturalness. out of it.
Honestly.
Nah.
Exactly.
But Stanley, let's get
Yes.
into talking about, what you do. We know you as this dancer, choreographer. That really is, when you say the name Stanley, what comes to mind. That's how we know you. So
Yes.
just talk to us about that, the style of dance that you've chosen, starting at the age of 10. Talk us through that journey.
The thing is, I never chose to be a dancer. I was at a primary school, as it was said, and I used to come. And my school used to have lots of activities, and I was that guy who was mostly into media. So I will always help teachers out, or I will be in class. I'm a class captain and all these things and stuff like that. And I was a sprinter. 100 and 200 was my thing.
Horse?
And a soccer player also. I
Yeah.
was also as a defender as well.
Yeah.
So now what has happened to me is that one of my teachers, they saw my personality. And then they said, let's organize an event whereby we're going to have Mr. and Miss Steenkamp, but they need to switch. So we become not Mrs. and the ladies become the Misters.
Okay.
So my name was called Misunderstood. So the character that I pull on the stage, wow, the whole school. From there, my name, I was like, wow, it's more nice to be on stage and stuff like that. And then the teacher said that, no, listen, Stanley, we have a cultural event coming up, and our school has been accepted to go to, I think it was Rundu, to participate. And then I said, no, why not? Let's just do it.
Yeah.
So early in the morning, that was my first trip to go out of the country. I would go out of the town. And then early in the morning, before we travel, I came with the whole costume. I didn't know how far Runtu is. I thought it's probably in Karatura somewhere here and whatever it is.
Around the corner.
Around the corner, you know. So I wear all makeup and all these things, and everyone's laughing me out. And do you know the miles that we have to drive? Do you know the kilometers we have to drive? Oh, your character is starting already. So the fun started from the get-go till the event. And later on, when we come back, the principal wrote me up on stage and say that, no, Stanley, because of you, the I think it was the prime minister, he liked my character. He liked my character. The guy from Steenkamp, the one, is a very good guy. And we want to say thank you because we came second in the competition because of you. So that's where I got to realize that I'm basically an entertainer on stage. Yes.
And when you were younger, I mean, I guess it kind of just happened upon you, right?
Yeah.
That you just fell into this thing, you found that you loved it. But was it your plan after that, like, or did you want to do something else? Like, what was your plan when you were a kid?
My plan was I wanted to be an architect.
Okay.
My aim was architect because I'm a very hands-on guy.
A creative at the
yes,
Yeah.
at home, my mom was a baker, so I was baking with her. I was the one who was decorating wedding cakes.
Okay.
I was
wow.
baking and decorating wedding cakes, and was always at 1:00 and then while I was sleeping because I want to see my family expression when they wake up and I'm sleeping. I like to hear that sound like it's here. Wow.
Yeah.
So it already started from there, the innovativeness. It's that drives me whereby I make someone smile by just being me. And dance, when I went on stage, I got to realize that athletics is you are running alone, but the support system was not there. Soccer, you have lots of guys that needs to qualify for you to be recognized still. Of course, there was no support, but dancing is like you just go on stage and you do you.
Yeah.
And they know you as you.
Yeah.
So that is why I have to end up taking that route to say that no, I think the dancing is more, its platform is open. And then when I joined the industry, they were mostly just musicians just singing and singing. I also sing. I used to sing with the late Eclipse.
Oh, wow.
I used to be with the Bethel. Used to back in those days and stuff like that. R&B was more deep, and I decided no, I just want to do the dancing because everybody's singing and rapping, and then that's how I got the loophole.
Yeah, and I mean, since then you've been standing out, hey, I must say.
Yeah.
You really have.
I'm very shocked when people say that. Like, I'm just me,
No,
doing
look, I was telling one of my colleagues earlier, you essentially the country's national dancer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
And I want to, before we touch on, your highlights and your achievements, I want to get the negative stuff out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah.
Talk to us a bit about, challenges that you perhaps have, had in your journey to become, what you are now, the national dancer. Like, how has that been, especially in an industry that, well, dancing is usually, attached to
Yes.
either music or on-stage performances
Yes.
in theater or whatever, but dancing alone as an industry on its own. What challenges are there in that industry, and what have you also experienced in regards to that?
My experiences with that is it's kind of for me, I'm the one in it, so it feels mutual, but there's a sensitivity in me because end of the day you have a home issue where I'm just the only boy at home. I got my mom, my dad comes in later, I got sisters. So I used to always run away from home to go hang out with my drug dealers guys in the streets. That time I used to stay at Soweto. So what helped me out of this is that I hang out with most of the thieves, dealers, all what type of thing. And then this king, this leader, gang king, he always told me that, Stanley, you don't do any of these things. You can stay next to me. You don't do anything because you are talented, man. So they always supported me with those type of attitude and whatever it is. Every time they steal something, they will always hide me. I will never know. And then I used to roll the stuff. I used to fix the stuff, but I've never touched them. And at home, if I come back, I always in problem because I'm so energetic. I'm getting bored because the home's quiet. Every time I have to get toys, I break it. All these things. My mom decided to buy me leather outfit, so I couldn't sit still. Now coming back in the streets again, I struggled with the guys. They were more smart guys. They were so smart. There was no one talented. These computer guys, and I used to build bicycles out of just boredom. Build bicycle and sell them to them. And then later on, they started to have this bias grace and all those things. And I got to say that these guys started to like this. But now the point is that I try to force myself to be a better person in the environment that is already positive. It sounds very funny because I don't have the positivity in the environment. It's like I always have to find something to do. There was an obstacle where I changed my negativity from the streets. It's because the drug dealer was with me outside my yard, and he wanted to smoke. So he told me, Stanley, I want to smoke, man. Give us quiet also. And I said, no, just ask the security guy. Now, this security guy was running up. So I told him to ask the security guy. Now, when he went to the security guy and I was behind him, this security guy just took out the gun and shot him.
Oh, wow.
And this drug lord, he felt on me and his eyes were so open. And I was like wondering, what Hanan? I put him down on the floor and his eyes are open. I don't see no blood. I take my hand from the backside. I see blood coming out. And I was like, whoa. Like, you ask for it. This is the lifestyle. And that's why I changed my lifestyle into it. Also, the other thing also is the financial support from the industry.
Yeah.
There's nothing really. I'm telling you, I went to go study abroad. And I went through government, I went through private sectors to ask for sponsorship for me to go and upgrade my studies of dance. No one was there. I have to sell my cars, my properties and everything just to go out of the country. So I spent almost like $319,000 in 3 years. And then the school helped me out for the final 8 months. So those are the obstacles that I'm saying, that sometimes you just have to make peace with it. You have to make peace with life that you have and make something out of it. I'm very proud for you guys to call me back and say that, wow, you are still standing. This motivation helps me to like not give up. Yeah.
And I think like a lot of areas within the creative industry, what we see is that lack of support, right?
Yeah.
And people often don't pursue these things and go the conventional route that our parents want us to go.
Yes.
Doctors, lawyers, engineers, all of that. But I'm sure that there are kids sitting out there that want to be dancers as a profession and perhaps even look at you to say, I can do dance properly as a profession. So, given your experience, the work that you've done and the profession that you've made out of dance, is it fair to say, dance is a lucrative profession to pursue? Is it fair to say that?
Yeah, no, it is fair to say, because end of the day is like, what is first of all, what is arts? Who are arts and who are artists? Do you understand? Art is people that is never been taught or never read something.
Yeah.
It's in them. And then as they grow, they find someone similar with them. And then it starts to be a body, a movement. And then it grows and grows and grows. So a person that is out there, that doesn't have nothing at all, just need guidance. Do you understand?
Yeah.
We need to reach out to them because they have the talent. Maybe there's a dancer out there that doesn't know me. And I'm here hearing all this limelight, but I can't get to them. You understand? So that border. So what I do with my academy is that I started to help mostly street kids. I started like that, getting the street kids into my dance academy for free while others are paying, and then get them something to eat, to go home and tell them to come back again and all those things. Its discipline is also a very important issue. Financial literacy is also very important, and giving them the platform of space. Right now, we don't even have any community youth venues because all the churches took over all the venues. They booked the whole year and stuff like that. So people are pushed out in the streets. Look at the school and academics again. They don't use arts and sports. It's not connected anymore.
Yeah.
And this is the reasons why I went to go study for that, for how to be an advocate for performance arts and sports, to combining with the business world. So this is the lifestyle that the people out there that are living, and I want to reach out to them more on the ones who know how but don't know when.
100%.
Okay.
And do you have a question?
Yeah, I want to get
go
into the
ahead.
good stuff.
Go
now.
ahead,
I want
go
to get
ahead.
into the positive
Go
stuff.
ahead.
Listen,
Yes.
you've been almost the world over.
Yes.
International stages, international performances.
Yes.
I've choreographed for many, events within the country as well.
Yes.
Give me that one special highlight that you're like, yo, no, this is the
Ooh,
one.
that's
I'm the
that's
guy.
a tough question.
Yeah,
Talk to me about that one.
it is a tough one. I think I have a bigger one and kind of a secondary one again.
That's okay.
Okay.
Give me a list if you have.
Let
even.
me talk about the first one. The other one that I have is when I went to Angola. I went with the dog and Umpaf that time, and we went to go have fun and have party and do the performance and show and everything. And people liked my performance with my partner. I was dancing that time with Moria in Del Halang, and we came back. But something was driven me. Like it was like that crowd was such a crowd. I never felt that energetic and rapid. Kuturu and Peperu. And I was like, okay, fine. What I did is that I took some hike and I went to Angola, to Lubango.
Wow.
And I had a freestyle dance championship happening there. The guys there were helping me out. So I have a dookie there. And then I went in there and I was challenging them. I didn't even know that it was a competition. I challenged them. And then later on I won. the competition,
Wow.
and I just disappeared because end of the day it was not meant for me. I'm not
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
not from there.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get that energy. So I went from them, and then people were like, later on after party, whatever it is, was like, yeah, it's you, where did you go? You won. Like, I push was speaking Angolan with me. I said,
Yeah.
no, Namibian. Oh, when? Since when Namibian dance like? Do you understand?
Oh, wow.
And then that was now the outbreak where I felt the need to dance.
Yeah.
And that we have value. The other one is Channel O Dance Africa Championship, which was hosted 2008. It was hosted 2007. The guy couldn't come back for the second round to challenge me. So I came in 2008. And that one, basically went around all African countries. You have to compete and go. And go. So that one, that one was the biggest challenge ever because I didn't apply to participate in the competition because they came to the country. It's my students at my academy. Because I don't do competitions. I don't like competitions. I don't want to see someone losing, someone winning. I don't know. There's that thing in me. So I can see people are calling in.
Yeah.
So so I was very happy about Channel O Dance Africa, and then my students were saying that no, Stanley, if we will not do a class today, you have to go down. And I tell them, okay, if you participate, I will participate also. So we walked down to Ladidas and we participated there. I make it through to the next round. I went to South Africa. I challenged Zambia. I make it through Congo. I make it through. It was just like that. And then later on, they give us a challenge to say that we would like to host the finals at the participants. According to the participants' behavior and discipline and the humor, because you represent your country.
Yes.
So they gave us all these secret tasks and all these things. And they found out that I was voted that Namibia is a country they have to host the final. And then, now the bigger part. At the finals, before I went to the Channel O Dance Africa, I did a overall a blue one. And I told my mom, this one I'm going to wait at the finals. And then my mom was like, okay, let's see. Now when I came to the final, I'm dancing. It's my turn to dance. I saw my mom sitting in the club for the first time.
Oh, wow.
She never supported. She never didn't, that thing
Yeah.
of mom and fathers and whatever it is. So she never supported it. I saw my mom in the club.
amazing.
It just boosted
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah, man.
So end of the day, I didn't see the competition. I just see the love. Do you understand? So those kind of two were my biggest outbreak highlights. The other one was that I was in Poland and I have to participate in Poland with dance versus dance, talent versus talent.
Okay.
So I compete, and at the end of the day, I came out to the third round. I was competing against like a cheerleading group, and they were like 12, 15 people. So it's talent versus talent.
Yeah.
So I was more privileged to participate in the event. And the other one was a Lion King production, musical production in Hamburg that I also did with, it was very nice. I was an envelope, the Tamara Tektang. I played the role of Tamara Tektang and stuff like that. So those were basically my highlights, and the rest is like in and outs competitions and representing the country on a silent scale and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Even now, I'm doing it privately on my own. It's tough, but I'm just trying to push the name high.
I love it, man.
100%.
I love it.
Yeah.
And what I'm curious about is, when you go into these competitions and things, how do you prepare yourself? Or you're a choreographer as well, and choreography, it's like you put a routine together, ne?
The way you are doing it now.
Precies.
She's moving, guys.
Yeah.
But like for you, when it comes to dance, where does it come from? How do you even? I don't know. Yeah, it just seems like a lot.
Embodiment is it's a hard thing. Let me tell you, that question is a very tough one. It seems like I have lots of tough ones because my knee used to dislocate because of soccer.
Okay.
It used to dislocate a lot. I will always pop my leg, my knee will pop out and I will pop it in back again every time, and I will get back to dancing.
Yeah.
Later on, my partner could hear my sound of my knee popping out.
man.
Even in the club, it was just chilling, whatever it is, it will pop out.
Oof.
You will always hear that hard sound. Pop it in, I go back. So I got used to that lifestyle. So pain is gain. Because end of the day, it's like you don't need to prepare anything. You are already prepared by God.
Sure.
It's a
Powerful
talent.
stuff, right?
It's a that's why they say it's a God-gifted talent.
Yeah.
Why should I prepare? If my time is now, it's my time is now. And most of the stuff happens unexpectedly. Most of the positive stuff happens unexpectedly. So if we connect with neutral energy, that means that I can get you anytime. But if I prepare, there's a possibility I will flop because my mind is split it in two. I got 50% for you and 50% for what I prepared. So if I come 100%, then whatever feeling I get, that hello you say to me or the first move you do, it connects the dots already. So it's very important for you to first have an inability belief before you can outcast the next person.
And that, folks, is a word.
No, really. You guys definitely had to listen to that, man. Yo. And then Stanley, just before we leave you, I'm interested,
that sounds
man,
so
because it really does. But unfortunately, I can see they're running out of time.
Yeah.
From taking from what you're saying and listening to your stories, it seems that dancing has always found you. You never went to it, right? So taking that into consideration, when you're not dancing, when you're not thinking about dancing, when dancing doesn't come to you and force you and say, hey, take me, let's dance. What is it that you get up to? What do you do? How do you, sort of just breathe and relax without doing any dancing, without thinking of dancing, without watching anything dancing related? What else do you get up to?
I hate watching dance movies.
You're probably judging them as they're dancing.
Yeah, and I feel like always the main actor is not the dancer. And it's always a backup team behind is the dancer.
Yeah.
There's always a theory that has been twisted around it, and I feel too sensitive about it. Like I say, I don't like people losing and winning. I just want people to enjoy what they get and exchange. What makes me also feel more inspired about this dance-driven thing is also the fact that I just keep my smile on. I keep my smile on. I'm very sensitive. Sometimes people can say things that can kind of hinder you and disturb you because we are artists. We are sometimes egoistic and So I just keep my smile on, happy feeling, positive vibe. Hey, I'm just that energy. It's fine. If you're angry with me, it's okay. I was also elected as a new president for the dance sport Namibia by the Namibian Olympic Federation.
Congratulations.
So I want to create that aspect of cultural sports and everything, and I need to do it with harmony. To understand, I need to have a spiritual understanding how this needs to work. I need to heal, I need to take how the preacher does his preaching, how does a Sangoma does his thing, how does people attract people, how does the president of a country attract people. I need to be in that, and the only medicine you can have is calm yourself down and listen to the wave.
Sure. Yeah, 100%. Stanley's dropping bars today.
Honestly.
The bars, ne?
Dropping bars.
Please give me that video you're recording. I want to go write them down.
I don't,
man, it's fantastic.
Stanley, I wish we could talk to you all morning. I just feel like there's a lot to, get from you.
100%.
So I really do appreciate the time that you made to join us in the studio today.
I totally appreciate your guys' time for calling me. It's like I said, you guys are our celebrities. You are celebrity of celebrities. You make us, so I appreciate this opportunity.
Thank you so much, Stanley, and I hope you have a great Friday.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for bringing the vibes.
No, really.
Have a great Friday.
No, definitely. What is a Friday without a fry?
Exactly. There we go.